The Nuggets have a Western Conference contest on their hand. As they prepare to defend home court, welcome to the Pepsi Center in Denver. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And the Grizzlies on a single-game road trip here before heading back home. Now here is Conley. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here. Well, compared to the rest of the league, C-Web, both these teams play at a very deliberate pace. Not up and down, but they're thoughtful in the way they attack.
Yeah, and we usually see this style of play more on the East Coast. And there's nothing wrong with taking time to run through the offense and make sure that you see every option. If you keep the ball moving, it can wear a team down on defense. Very rarely do you see a team play defense for the full 24 seconds of a shot clock.
Good perspective. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. A nice shot by Gasol.
And not easy to get a hand on one of Gasol's attempts inside, even when you're right up on him.
Pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Outside Gasol. From the arc. Memphis with the ball. Gasol with the steal. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
To the inside. Here's Cousins. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Oh, really? Cousins is so big and strong that you really have to whack him to prevent him from scoring. He welcomes contact with open arms and one.
Denver passing it around. Pass to O'Neal. From deep three-point range. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And that makes them 80% from the floor early on. Let's see how long they can stay this hot.
Outside Gasol. Back to Conley. Over in the corner, Bertans. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
That's one he knows he should have drained. And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
And he jams it with authority.
Oh, the blinding speed of Caldwell Pope is virtually impossible to match up with in transition. He just gets down the floor so incredibly quick.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's already a second foul. He may have to spend some time on the bench to stay out of early foul.
Here's Cousins. Gasol with the defensive effort. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shots, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. And Denver has possession. They trail by 9 points. Pass to Dotson. Clock at 6. There's Lynn with the 3. And again, Denver no good. And here is Wild. Illinois is covering.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
If Beverly just goes all out on defense, which is what allows him to come up with these rejections.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Lynn. To the wing on the left. The 3 from Bertans. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Shumpert gets a wide open look. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Shumpert's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Lynn. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
Memphis leading by 11. Here's Beverly. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Now here's Lynn. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Denver shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now. They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Tice, no good. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Love. To the wing on the left. Back to Lynn. It's deflected. Brooks with no one around. The 3-pointer is right on target.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's the Grizzlies up by 15. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the 2nd quarter right after this. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the 2nd. And looking at what we've seen, Grizzlies pretty much in control here.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key, and his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Well, sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Here's Van Vliet. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. See, we have a quick tactical question here. As a big, when you're defending the pick and roll, What are the things you're looking to do? How do you handle that?
Okay, I'm going to try to rapid pace this because this is what goes through your mind. What did coach say in shoot around? Wait a minute, who is this? Is this Steph Curry that can dribble, or is this Thompson that loves to take a step back? Or is it a player like Durant that loves to hit you with the step back? Or who's setting the pick? Is it a guy like Thompson that's going to slip? Or is it a guy like Dwight Howard that they can throw it up to? Is it Capella that may slip and go through and you still throw it up to and you can't get back? Who's communicating?
Wow.
Who's on my team in the corner? What shooters in the corner? Because they can't leave the corner to come help. Do I hedge hard? Do I not hedge hard? Oh no, this is the NBA. It's the greatest players in the world, and even if you do it right, they're going to score anyway. That's kind of what goes through your mind.
That is something else. Love right side. Back to Van Vliet. To the paint. The steal. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Beverly. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Pass to Wiles. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Denver. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. So neither attempt will fall that time for them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Back to Conley. Denver passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up on the high post. That one's not going to go.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Wiles lays it up off the glass. Wiles got 4 points now in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Another shot. Out to Conley. And stolen by Cousins. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Outside Conley. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Far from just a perimeter threat. I like watching Conley go to work with the basket.
And you got to love just how smart of a point guard Mike Conley is. You never get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing and the spacing of others while running that offense.
High post Cousins. But they recover it. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And the wide open shot from Redick. Off target with his 3. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. And Conley, who is so good with space and timing on offense, seems to always find a way to score inside.
I mean, he has that great floater to lean on for scoring. And the only thing you want from Conley is health. Has had a few too many injuries to ignore the last few seasons. This team is so visibly better when he is healthy and on the floor.
Clock at 4. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Shot by Collins, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Look, and sometimes Shumpert makes those tough shots, even over strong interior defense.
Pass to Collins. We've got 1:23 left in the first half. Reverses. And it's Love laying it in.
The instincts Love has. What would you say? Just unreal. I mean, you can't teach that. He knows how to work the glass.
So both teams changing it up here. Left side, Shumpert. Tipped away. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Count it, good.
And that 7'1" Gasol sees over the defense with ease. I mean, fantastic spot in the open man.
On the wing, Shumpert. And another miss by Memphis.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Lynn's shot is off.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
No good from Cousins.
Defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
Lynn's shot is off. And the Grizzlies leading by 21. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Denver now. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for him.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open. Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Yep, that one goes. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Grizzlies lead by 20. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And here are the Grizzlies now. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
And with over 20 years as a franchise, the Grizzlies still haven't had that one tremendous season. Just one conference final appearance, and they've yet to make an NBA Finals.
Here's Pertinis. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Beverly. And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That's his first foul. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And that one's on target from the wing. Doncic has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Grizzlies. Now talking about the Grizzlies, before last year it looked like they were on the upswing, Chris, but then the wheels fell off completely.
Age and injuries are the two momentum killers. You need to infuse young talent, and the Grizzlies' draft record has been spotty at best.
Pass to Bertans. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And when you play the kind of tough inside game that Gasol does, I mean, get used to taking a few knocks. Look, Marc Gasol, he's a complete player on both ends of the floor. He's always a very present key on offense. One of the best defenders at the center position as well.
The Nuggets really having a tough go here. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Van Vliet. And they double up Gasol.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Fades away.
Third straight miss to start the half. But it's still early. No need to panic.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Doncic. Over O'Neal. Wow, way off on that one. And see Webb with Gasol and how he plays. He's even added a three-point shot in recent years.
I mean, is there anything he can't do that you wouldn't want from a center? Marc Gasol, he doesn't get enough credit for how smart he is on the floor. He sees the game very well and is precise with all his decisions.
Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Gasol.
They haven't been able to get their legs under them since coming out of the locker room. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Van Vliet looking around. 6 to shoot. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. Pass to Gasol. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Look, they cannot leave him open like that. The D got away with one there.
Here's Tice. He can't get it to go. Gasol with the defensive effort. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Count it. We've got so many young, exciting players in the NBA right now, Chris. When you think about the league's best player, the league MVP, in say 7 years, what names come to mind?
That's a great question. I mean, you have to think about guys like the Greek Freak.
Or even 5 years. It doesn't have to be that long.
Yeah, but just the potential. I know what you're saying there, Kevin. I mean, Embiid, Ben Simmons, the Greek Freak.
Tatum.
Wow.
I know.
It's just so you could just go to all the young teams and say these guys are next. I mean, all you got to do is look at the rookie, sophomore, the phenom game and just close your eyes and pick any of those guys because you know that they're talented. But yeah, the Greek Freak, Anthony Davis, Embiid, I think those are all safe bets.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Gasol's got 7 points.
He's taken 5 shots this quarter and only hit 1. I mean, you got to say ouch to that.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. 6 points for him.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
But yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Pass to Love. Puts it up from 12. Basket counts.
I admire the quickness. Love's catch and shoot, Jay, is instant. Out of his hands in a second's notice.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He misses the free throw. Good on the 2nd free throw. And it's Love with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Here's Lynn. Lays it up and banks it in. Lynn's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
And here we go. That falls. Great assist by Love. And it's 8 points for Lynn.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
Got a hand on it.
Look, Shumpert hustles for every block that he gets.
Love, down.
Puts it up off the inbound. Lynn. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
It could go. The shot missing. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Conley with it. Pass to Dotson. From past the arc.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Got that one up quick. Shumpert's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Memphis.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Well, Greg, we know that Kevin Love is a great passer, but just how much more does that open up for his team?
I mean, his outlets get the team up and moving in terms of transition faster than probably anyone else could. It's very hard to double Love with the ball, as his awareness and that passing that you mentioned immediately will find the open man. Love's passing alone is probably worth about 10 extra points a game for his team.
Now here's Beverly. Up top, Cousins. And that one's good. Beverly.
Even when contact comes Beverly's way, I mean, he's a pro at finishing, absorbing it so well on these shots.
Down low. Here's Love. Out to Conley. To the inside. Bogut. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Pro basketball is one of the few sports where awards are league-wide, C-Web, and not divided by conference. What if the NBA should consider giving out separate awards, you know, for the East and the West?
You know, Kev, I don't know about Eastern and Western Conference, but I do believe that there should be an offensive MVP. I do believe there should be a difference between MVP and maybe the best player in the league, because how do we define some of these things? So I do think we can tinker with some of the awards, but East and West, I'm not really sure with. I think it should always be about the best out of the total number of teams and conferences.
Good perspective. Hits the three-point bomb.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul. He misses the free throw. The son of former NBA coach Bernie Bickerstaff, JB, got his first head coaching job here in Memphis.
Yeah, I played for his father, such an intense coach and with a deep playbook. And after Fizdale was fired, JB was named the Grizzlies' interim head coach. Before that, he had been an assistant in Charlotte, Minnesota, Houston. He's a young guy, but he's been around basketball a long time.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't having it.
Pass to Daniels. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Dotson. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Hits the moving target with the lead pass. He made it look so easy. That's just a lack of communication. 2 guys just not on the same page.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's Love missing. Pass to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And it only takes a few buckets for Kuzma to get going. He's a crafty, dangerous scorer.
Here's Van Vliet. Now here is Bogut, defended by Beverly.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And here's Daniels. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Here's Beverly. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You're like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team in Seattle.
I would love Seattle. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Josh Jackson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
The 15-footer, Brooks misses.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Bertans. Back to Lynn. Taken away.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a...
Now, that's what I'm talking about right there. Right there.
Shumpert is a tremendous athlete. You see how effortless that was? Getting up and making a poster.
Here's Tice, defended by Lynn. Out to the right wing. Now Daniels. Shot clock at 6. That shot misses. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Gasol. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
Upping his three-point game over the years. Gasol, I mean, has adjusted well to how the game is played nowadays.
Tice, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
You got to be a little more in control than that. The officials are never going to let you get away with that.
And Chris, you look at Marc Gasol and how he has transformed over the years, gone from a big body inside to a slim and sleek center.
Think about it. Marc has been so effective into his latter years because of slimming down. He's focused on his health now, and it's helped his mobility and I say playmaking. I mean, look, this guy grows his own vegetables in his backyard. That's how dedicated to his health he is.
And so here's Memphis. Pass to Beverly. Here's Shumpert. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.